Libra, hi. My name is Audrey Alison, and this is your November 2014 forecast for the month. Thanks for tuning in with me and for hanging out and joining me and for liking and sharing these podcasts. I really appreciate the support. And I would like to share with you some news. I quit my day job, so I really appreciate your support. I am available much more often, full-time, as an astrological advisor and tarot reader. So that's my big news that I was starting to tell you last month, but couldn't express it because I hadn't given notice yet. Let's jump into the forecast because I'm excited about this. In the top half of the month, your finances are spectacular. Let's get into it. We have a full moon on November 6th. This is at 14 degrees Taurus. What that means for you, Libra, it means that your 8th house of shared resources is illuminated. The full moon brings an awareness to the sector that it's in. And it also brings an ending to something. Maybe you've decided you don't need certain joint resources or certain payments go away because you gain something else in your second house through Mercury that's coming up. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The full moon on the 6th in your 8th house could mean a few things. One of the interpretations is that there is, 8th house is property, shared resources, wills, inheritances, estates, and sex and death. It's a very deep house, but the resources are what triggered me because you have 2 days later Mercury entering Scorpio in your second house of finances, and the second and the 8th house are being triggered at the top half of the month. They're both the money houses. They're the only two houses that mean money. So I'm feeling this pull between them that is illuminating the 8th house of shared resources, and then Mercury communicating and all the information that he brings in the second house of money and finances. Mercury is going to be in your second house of money through the 27th of November. So you have a good 19 days with him, really stirring up the connections regarding money and more information coming in as to what you're due fiscally. I like your money action in the top half of the month. Mid-month, we have some action on the 16th. Neptune and Chiron go direct. Neptune goes direct on the 16th in Pisces at 4 degrees, and Chiron goes direct on the 23rd. They're both in Pisces. This is your 6th house of health, and it's daily routine and regimen and work. So having Neptune, the planet of illusion and disillusion, going direct, you might have your rose-colored glasses on when it comes to your health regimens or your daily workouts. You might be thinking that you're really on point, but with Neptune, he likes things to be foggy. You could maybe put a little more energy into your daily workout routine, your walking, your sweating, your cardio, things like that. Because with Neptune direct, he likes to be lazy. Neptune is actually the planet of drugs and disillusionment, and like he's tripping on, acid or something. So, your workouts might suffer because you're just kind of lazy, like, oh, can't I just lay on the treadmill for a little while? That's not going to get you the results that you need. But, overall, it's not a negative transit. It's just that they're both finally direct. So it's you need to put a little more energy into the 6th house of daily routine and health. Also on the 16th, Venus, your ruling planet, enters Sagittarius, and from the 16th on, it is all about the sign of Sagittarius, which is going to affect your 3rd house of communications, and in a positive way, because Mars is already in your 3rd house, giving you energy to talk, be social, contact people, return calls, return messages, speak clearly. Mercury's direct now. No, there's no retrograde. You're coming across. There's a lot of action in your 3rd house. So now Mars is going to be conjunct Venus, working together, conjunct in this 3rd house sector. Mars is men, Venus is women. And they're both in the same house, getting along. And then the sun follows into Sagittarius on the 22nd, like he does every month. And the sun warming up this third house of communication sector, you could hear from someone you haven't heard from in a very long time. You could hear from people you've been wanting to hear from that haven't come through due to the retrograde. And on the 22nd, in addition to the sun moving into Sagittarius, our new moon is at 0 degrees Sagittarius in this third house. You're initiating the beginnings of perhaps online dating or communications, or speaking in public, or short local travel is the third house, okay? And siblings. A lot of connections over Thanksgiving with your siblings. And the sun and the new moon entering Sagittarius together are going to be conjunct Venus and Mars and Mercury, who will also follow suit into the party in Sagittarius in your third house on the 27th of November. So there's a lot of action in your third house. You're running errands like a mad person. You're getting your daily tasks handled. Check them off the lists. Got this done, got this done. That's the third house. Mercury's making up for lost time. He's very speedy, transiting quickly in 19 days. Take advantage of his tempo because he's the messenger. He's bringing news and information to you, and connections, and lots of local travel and sibling connections. How beautiful for the holidays, for Thanksgiving. Let me get to the cards because I'm really excited about them. They're the same alchemical deck that I use by Robert M. Place. But, you know, I have to say, in taking my own leap of faith by leaving my day job, my abilities have definitely enhanced, and I've been receiving information that could probably scare most people, but I'm kind of used to this otherworldly connection that I do have with energy, spirits, planets, and the cards. But I'm so drawn to doing the tarot, and in my readings now, not having any other attachments in life as far as the work. I'm really picking up my own abilities, and I believe it's, you know, my gift from the universe, who's saying, okay, you know, we've recognized what you are doing, and we'll give you more of these abilities because you've asked for them. So I like to get to the cards too because it gives me the opportunity to not remember any dates and to just channel the information that I'm being given. And also, if you'd like to read with me privately, you can find me at audreyallison.com and on Facebook at Audrey Allison, Astrology and Tarot, Libra. What does November have in store for you? Let's see. 10 of Cups, communications, the internet. This is also a card of love and attracting happiness through family, and attracting happiness into your life through just loving yourself and loving others for what they are. 10 of Cups is one of the happiest cards in the tarot deck. So, but this card in this particular deck, the alchemical deck, it means the internet and advanced technologies and the interconnected still. And I mentioned online dating for you, Libra, so you might need to get on that computer and see what's up. Okay, the Empress, fertility, pregnancy, creativity, abundance, rebirth, birthing, the planting of new seeds for a creative endeavor. Now, we don't like this card so much, the Beast, but it does mean vice. You know, it can mean addiction or vice, or being a little trapped, locked, or frustrated right now. It's okay. You know what, Libra? I know that you felt October in a very bizarre way due to the retrograde, but also between the two eclipses. You could have felt a sense of tension or frustration. You're coming out of it, though, and I'll do a summation of these cards when I'm done. Now, the final, I pulled 2. Oh, wow. Okay, so the 8 of Wands, the woodcutter, cutting off what no longer serves you, sacrifice, making healthier decisions. And then here's you, the Lady of Coins, the Earth Goddess. Even though I know, Libra, you're an air sign, but the card is the card of beauty and how Libra is balance. You're the Justice card as a major arcana card in the tarot, but in the court cards, I really identify this Lady of Coins with Venus, your ruling planet. And the Lady of Coins has her garden, has everything she needs around her environment to live off of, whether that's fruits, vegetables. The beautification of your environment around you is what's important as well. Getting the curtains cleaned, getting fresh new flowers in the house, whether they come from your garden or just making things beautiful. Keeping the windows open is important. Now I know it's what, freaking November. I mean, here in California, the windows are always open. However, I'm thinking even cold, brisk, fresh air is important for the house. Also, I'm getting that you need to filter in fresh air into the home. That's going to apply to some Libras in certain way. It might make sense to not everyone, but some of you. Now, together, you've got communication coming in. This is about your third house as well. Communication, connecting with people, the connected network. Third house of siblings, third house of communications. But you're also, something's blooming around you, and it could be due to you sacrificing something and getting something started. Letting something go in order to start something new, to plant the seeds of something new. And this frustrated card is to remind you of what doesn't suit you, what you can get rid of, what irritates you, Libra. Because don't hold what irritates you in your final vision. Don't hold what frustrates you into your outcome. Things happen around you. They don't happen to you. Let me say that again. Things happen around you. They don't happen to you. No one is doing anything to you or to hurt you. You can only react to external circumstances that are happening around you, not to you personally. And definitely that was a message for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I am very happy to be here, and I'll probably be here sooner than December. So I'll see you again in November, and I hope you have a beautiful month anyway, and have a sweet day. All right, bye, Libra.